On a freezing night when snow smothered the small town in silence, a single dad named Mark pushed his way through the biting wind. The old wood stove in his modest cabin barely kept the chill away, but he had one thing to protect above all: his little daughter, Emily. She was only 8, fragile and full of dreams, and though their life was tough, he made sure she always felt safe. Mark had lost his wife 3 years ago, and since then, every storm, every bill, every challenge weighed double on his shoulders. But no matter how cold the world felt outside, he kept his heart warm for Emily. That night, as snow piled up against the cabin walls and the roads turned into white rivers of ice, Mark heard the distant rumble of engines, an odd sound in such weather. Peering through the frosted window, he saw 2 figures struggling to push a heavy motorcycle through the storm. Their leather jackets were stiff with snow, and their faces were pale with cold. He recognized the infamous patches on their backs, Hell's Angels. Most people would have bolted the door and kept the curtains drawn, but Mark didn't think twice. Strangers or not, they were human beings in trouble. He opened the door wide, the warmth of his tiny cabin spilling into the storm, and waved them in. The couple, a rugged man with tattoos snaking down his neck and a woman with eyes sharp yet tired, hesitated at first. They weren't used to being welcomed with open arms. But Emily peeked out from behind her dad, her small voice saying, "Daddy, they're cold. Let them in." That broke the ice. Mark pulled up chairs by the fire, handed them blankets, and soon had a pot of soup simmering on the stove. The aroma filled the room, rich and comforting. They ate slowly, silently at first, but the warmth seeped not only into their bones but into their hearts. They learned Mark's story, that he worked long shifts at the mill, that money was always tight, that sometimes he skipped meals so Emily wouldn't have to. Yet here he was, giving away food that they clearly needed more than he did. The biker couple exchanged glances. In their world, loyalty and respect meant everything, but kindness like this, it was rare. When the storm cleared enough for them to leave, the man clasped Mark's hand firmly. "You'll see us again," he promised. Mark thought it was just a kind farewell. But the next day, the sound of engines thundered across the valley, shaking the ground. He stepped outside with Emily clutching his hand, and what he saw left him speechless. Lining the snowy road were 108 motorcycles, chrome glinting in the pale winter sun. The roar was deafening, but behind it was something deeper, a message of honor. The same couple from last night rode at the front, leading the procession. They dismounted, and the leader of the pack spoke. "This man, this single father, gave us warmth when no one else would have opened their door. He shared what little he had. That kind of heart deserves respect." One by one, the bikers stepped forward, placing baskets of food, bags of firewood, even cash envelopes on Mark's porch. Emily's eyes widened with joy, and Mark, overwhelmed, fought back tears. For years, he had carried the weight of survival alone, invisible to the world. But now, an army of leather and steel stood by his side, reminding him that kindness never goes unnoticed. The community, which once judged or feared the bikers, now saw them differently too. That snowy day turned strangers into family, proving that even the toughest hearts beat with gratitude when touched by genuine compassion. As Mark hugged Emily close, he looked at the crowd and felt something shift inside him. He realized that giving, even when you have little, plants seeds that grow in ways you can never imagine. And to everyone watching this story right now, remember, sometimes the smallest act of kindness can echo louder than you think. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Because the world needs reminders that hope, love, and compassion still exist, and they're often found in the unlikeliest of places.